Hi there folks, welcome to episode 4. My aim today is to get you back over to London, which is over there. I'm at the top of Staple Lane. Have a look on the map, I might just point it out. And what we're going to do today is a pretty short one. Beggars Lane going up on chalk, nice and easy to do when it's dry. And then through the forest a little bit, and then we're going to turn left along Sheepwalk Lane through a muddy dip, and then out to Honeysuckle Bottom, Horsley, A3, and you're going to be back home for tea time. That's the plan. Second series, we'll do something different, start to do and fill in the gaps. Stick with it. Thank you. Bye. So when the map comes up, you're looking at the bottom right. You've just done Wolverns. You come back up that little road. The pub's on the left-hand side. You go along the main road, the A25. The video picks up just by the cricket pitch on the left-hand side in Abinger. There's a cute clock in Abinger. If you look up on your right hand side, it doesn't work, but it was cute. And then as you go through, we're going to go up Beggars Lane, gets steeper. You can see those contours as it comes out. You go past an iron gate, goes through the woods. It's quite nice along there. You take a sharp left, go along Sheepwalk Lane, which starts off pretty easy. Then there's a couple of big mud bath puddles kind of thing. You drop down to the Troy Bridge, that's where you do your social media stuff, and then Honeysuckle Bottom, Honeysuckle Lane, whatever it is, takes you back up to Horsley and then up to the A3. That's the clock there on the right hand side. That used to be a pub, now it's like a barbecue thing, barbecue training centre, as if anyone needs a barbecue training centre. The left hand side, this is all marsh here. We're still on the Evelyn estate, by the way, so mixed agriculture. You're going to turn right up here, Beggars Lane, where this guy's running here. And as you come up this lane on the right hand side, there's I've been past it 3 or 4 times over the past days filming this thing. There's a house thing going on here. The guy's got a boat in his front garden, like under a shed kind of thing. If you go slowly along here, right on the right hand side there, see the boat there? Don't know what that's all about. Okay, so we're on chalk here. I find chalk fine when it's dry, and when it's wet I give it a miss. When it's wet it turns kind of greasy and it gets a little bit of a shine on it, and you need a lot of speed and confidence and skill and technique, and I've just haven't acquired it yet. I don't know whether I'll ever acquire it, so I tend just not to bother. If you remember the map just before, you could see how the contour lines were pretty close together, so this goes up quite steeply, so you need to be in the right gear here. I think I was at the top end of second as I was going along here. Now if you're watching this and you're an experienced rider, don't be shy about telling me what I should be doing here, about what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong, because other people will see it and they'll learn from it too. And I've only been doing this for a couple of years, and I know that some people have been doing it like since they were 10, and they've got a natural skill set and ability to do this, and quite simply I've not. I enjoy doing it, but I would not say that I was good at it. I wear a full face helmet which has got a peak on it, and it gets used. So as I go up, quite often it gets bashed with low-hanging branches and things. You can see, particularly after the winter, after the storms have bashed the trees down, and I do come off quite a bit. Fingers crossed I've not come off so far on any of these videos, but I have been curating them quite nicely, so anything dodgy I've been cutting out. iron gate at the top, so don't fly up here because you're going to have to stop pretty briskly when you get to the top. This is really nice, this bit. In the summer it's gorgeous on like a sunny afternoon. I think these are like perfect conditions, aren't they, for doing what we do. Really nice little ride through the woods. Through the gate you turn right and it's more of the same for about another 3/4 of a mile, something like that. When it's wet, then these dips fill up with water, but because it's been dry for the past week, it's all pretty good. You can see how the mud's changed now. It's black as opposed to the grey and white of the chalk. That's purely because there's more organics in the soil along here. Holds the water. There's a walker up at the top. I couldn't see the dog, but then I saw the dog, so went past him pretty slow. Nice looking dog. Looked like the one off Fraggle Rock. So these little dips here, when it's wet, they're full of water. I checked my speed as I was going along here. I was doing like about 20, 25, something like that. If there's anyone who knows the regs and can advise what my speed limit should be, I'd really welcome that. I think I would stress that you should ride within your skills and capabilities and of your bike. I'm incredibly cautious. Yeah, I'm just happy just to get home at the end of the day. And along here on the right hand side there's like it looks like a car park, but you can't get cars in there, so I think it's like a logging area. And although these woods look really old, they're actually not that old. So if you look at the age of those trees, they're probably 40, 50 years old, certainly post World War II. Okay, coming up here, a quick call out for the TRF. So fly tip like that, and we turn around here. I think you can see the side. You can't see the sign. Is often reported by members of the TRF, and it gets cleared up. I'm not a representative of the TRF, but I am a member of it. And the reason that I joined was at the end of last year, I did a trail. My bike got stuck. I was stressed about it, and some guys from the TRF came along and helped me out. They were just going past and helped me out. And I like what the TRF does for the sport, and everything that I've seen about them is good. Your call though, and they clearly don't pay me for what we're doing. Right, so this is Sheep Walk Lane. As you go along here, there's a few houses on the left hand side. This is really nice. This is a working lane, so this is an access road for people that live down here. On the right hand side there was some beef cattle. You can't see it on the camera. So on the right hand side is north, heading kind of towards Horsley. On the left hand side it's south, drops off the top of the off the top of the ridge and goes down to Sheer and Gomshall, or where we were in part 2 and part 3. Comes into a little bit of mud, and there's some deep mud puddles coming up here. This is after a week of no rain. So you can imagine when it's winter, these are solid and chalky. Look on the left-hand side there. So people have been going off-piste there. Don't do that. You're going to get your bike covered in rubbish, but it's going to look good. And then come out of there, do it slowly. The last thing you want to do is come off in a load of mud. Well done, that's the most difficult bit. Then as we go along here, we're going to come to these Lovelace bridges. And while I'm just having a chat with these ladies here, Lovelace was an estate owner just in Horsley. You'll see some of the brickwork, this polychromatic flint-faced houses on Horsley Towers and on the Duke of Wellington pub. All that is Lovelace stuff. Ada Lovelace was a contemporary of Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage was a fantastic engineer, created the difference engine, a mechanical computer. He had a professional relationship with Ada Lovelace, who was a fantastic mathematician for the time, and she could see how mechanical engines like that would ultimately need a programming language, and she was instrumental in it. She was the legitimate daughter of Lord Byron, and I would have thought that Lord Byron injected quite a lot of his DNA into the gene pool illegitimately. Anyway, long story short, the Lord Lovelace built these nice bridges. We just went through one there. We're going to come to another one, which is the Troy Bridge. If you follow any Surrey or London green laning accounts, everybody stops and does the selfie thing here. So this is what you're going to do. Ride down here. The weather's going to be super. You've had a really nice day. You've had some thrills and spills. You're really pleased that you bought your bike and you're already thinking of going around South America. You're going to go back, have a look at Ewan McGregor and Charlie going down through Africa. This drops you down into the sawmill at Honeysuckle Bottom, but I'll talk about the way that you get up to the A3 in a minute. This is the Troy Bridge. So obviously you're going to stop here, take the picture. That's the sawmill on the left hand side behind that big gate, but you bear round to the right, that drops you onto Honeysuckle Bottom. So with my bike parked in front of the Troy Bridge there, then you've probably stopped to take a picture too that you'll post on Insta later to do your thing. I really hope that you've enjoyed these episodes, and I know that I have, and I've loosened up a little bit as we've been going along, which is nice. Few things just to reiterate. So when I said about gearing up, make sure you've got all the kit and caboodle and stuff like that, but make sure your bike's in good order, make sure your bike's legal, make sure you've got your tax and your MOT and your insurance, and make sure that you're licensed. That's really important. When you're riding, stick to the trails, don't go off piste, that just annoys everybody. Buddy up, so bring a pal, it always makes sense. Inevitably you're going to fall off at some point, you'll need to pick up your bike, and if you're getting on a little bit like me, these bikes can do you back in, so have somebody else there to give you a hand. When you're on the trails, look up, stand up. It helps a lot as you go along. The bike pivots underneath you, and if you're looking up as well, then you can see what's coming on too. But with that, that's it. In the flyover at the end, I'll get you back up to the A3. In future episodes, what we'll do is start to fill in some of the little lanes that go around, and also we'll go over to the east of the county and do some of the Dorking ones. We might go a bit further south. There's a really, really treacherous stream crossing on Pisley Lane, which I'll definitely need to buddy up for with that. And then as the summer comes out and restrictions loosen off, hopefully I'll head over to Stonehenge and we'll do some stuff around the plains. Thanks so much for your time. It's really good to see you. Last thing, okay, this is the T's and C's. So all of the views that I've expressed on here are my views. I'm not representing anybody else. I'm not here for any other organisation. Only ride within your own capabilities. Stay safe. I'm not encouraging you to do anything that you shouldn't be doing or try and go outside your own skill set. With that, that's it from me. Enjoy it, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye. So you are in the, just coming out at the end of Sheepwalk Lane, bottom left, bottom right, Honeysuckle Bottom. Takes you up through, you bear right when you come onto that road. You can either go straight on or kind of follow the road all the way around to the A246. I normally follow the road round to the A246, take a left there, but you can do that little lane that goes on there. I think it's called the Drift or something like that, I can't remember. Straight on, there's Thatcher's Hotel, there's a Shell garage where you can put some petrol in. You follow the road round, it'll take you through Horsley and then bring you back up onto Longreach, which was the road that you came in off the A3. And just look on the left-hand side there, you've got Silkmoor Lane. So you can see how all these start to connect up, but we'll do that in another episode. Thanks very much again. Bye.